Welcome to the Erica Russo Show, where we dive deep into the realms of personal development, spirituality, and the power of the mind. Join us on a transformative journey as we explore the art of manifesting the life you truly desire, all while listening to your intuition. Join host Erica Russo, intuitive life and business mentor and best-selling author each week, as we'll embark on a quest to uncover the secrets of manifesting abundance, nurturing a resilient mindset, and tapping into the spiritual dimensions that shape our reality. Each episode will bring you insightful discussions, practical techniques, and inspiring stories from experts and seekers alike. Whether you're seeking clarity in your spiritual journey, striving to shift your mindset, or eager to unlock your full potential, this podcast is your guiding light.
What is up, beautiful souls? Welcome to the Erica Russo Show. If this is your first time hanging out with me, what's up? I'm so excited that you are here today. If you are an OG and you continue to come back, you press play, you listen, you lean into your intuition, you do all the things, I fucking love you. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for your continued support. If this podcast is helping you, if it's giving you those aha moments, if it's giving you that just the thing that you need every single week to just lean into your intuition and just trust yourself and trust your spiritual path, I would be eternally grateful if you can head on over to iTunes, or Spotify now has a star rating system, and leave a review. Those reviews allow this podcast to get to the ears that need to hear it. And now more than ever, I think that we can all agree this world is a fucking dumpster fire, and we need a little bit more light and positivity and grounded spiritual knowledge in this earth. So, before you go ahead, I want you to send a screenshot to me at hello@ericarusso.co, no M, and I would love to send you a free gift for supporting this podcast. Now, today, I asked on IG, and if you're not hanging out with me on IG, please come hang out with me on Instagram at Erica W. Russo. I asked my followers if there's any topics in particular you would like me to riff on when it comes to podcast episodes. And one of the topics that came up was clairsentience. So I am happy to talk about clairsentience and give some tips, tricks, and tools to help you not only protect yourself energetically if you're naturally clairsentient, but also strengthen your clairsentient ability. Okay, so before we dive in, let's talk about the clairs. Okay, now I will say this until the day I die. We are all psychic. We are all psychic. We are all intuitive. We are all at different degrees or levels of intuition and psychic senses. Okay. When I was developing my own personal psychic senses back in yesteryear, I would drive down to White Plains, New York. If you're in the New York area, you know where it is, because that was quite literally the only place within like an hour radius of where I lived that had psychic and mediumship classes. So every Monday for 14 months, I would drive down to White Plains. It was a 45-minute drive, and I would attend these classes. And I remember one day I was coming home, and it was almost like 9:30 at night, and I was getting on 287, and I just remember thinking to myself, man, if people knew this is what psychic is, like this is what being psychic is like, they would realize that they already have had all of these experiences. You've probably already had a clairvoyant experience. You've probably already had a dream visitation, or something along the lines of prophetic dreams or something along those lines, because what it essentially is, it's energy. Okay. Psychic is energy. So you're just able to pick up the energy around you. You're able to pick up a strand of energy from somebody's auric field. That's essentially what a psychic reading is. And you're able to decipher it. So please know that you already have these faculties. These faculties are given to us by God when we are born. When we are a newborn baby, we are so close to the divine and we are so psychic at that point. And that's why there's such crazy psychic phenomenon and kids having these things with past lives where they remember vividly past lives and they see ghosts or they see spirits and everything like that, simply because they are closer to the divine and their ego isn't formed yet and they have not yet been beat down by society that, this is how we're supposed to be, this is who you're supposed to do, and all of that stuff. So before I get off on a tangent, I know I kind of already did. Let's talk about clairsentience. Now, clairsentience is clear emotional feeling, okay? This is very, very common with empaths, okay? We talk about empaths a lot, where it's you sponge, you are just like this energetic sponge where you can feel the emotions and the feelings of the people around you. Okay, I am a highly sensitive person. Trust me, I know it fucking sucks being an empath. But I am here to tell you, you don't need to be an energetic dumping ground for anybody. Okay, number one, these are the things that you need to do if you're an empath and you struggle with feeling all of the feelings. Okay, number one, fucking boundaries. Like, you gotta have some boundaries with people. If you know that somebody is toxic as fuck or negative or you don't feel good when you are around them, don't be around them. Okay. Another thing that you need to start doing is you need to start grounding and protecting every single day. What is this? This means that you are going to wake up in the morning. You are going to, before you get out of bed or before you start your day, you're going to close your eyes and you're going to visualize roots coming from the bottoms of your feet and making their way all the way down to the center of the earth. You are then going to envision a golden bubble of light around you. I have a free grounding and protection meditation on my YouTube that you can definitely check out. I will put that link in the show notes for you. But this is essentially clairsentience, okay? You feel all the feelings, and if you don't know what's going on, a lot of people might think of themselves as, and again, I am not a mental health professional, but a lot of times you might be just an overly empathic, clairsentient person, and it can feel like bipolar, or it can look like bipolar because you have high highs and low lows. And if that's the case, again, I'm not a mental health professional, but I always say, like, try to be your own doctor before going and getting prescribed something that isn't going to help. So, okay, now grounding and protection, that's what you're going to start doing. And how, if you want to enhance this specific clair, what I would say is this: feel your shit. Like, when I tell you, I am very open about my own healing journey and how I blocked out emotion for most of my life. I lodged it under the rug. I wouldn't talk, I would just, it wasn't something that I did. I didn't feel emotion. A lot of that has to do with my placements, and then a lot of it also has to do with my upbringing. But with that being said, it wasn't until I began to recognize that I needed to feel the feelings in order to process them and heal them that I noticed my natural clairsentience just enhanced, because I was able to, I don't want to say manipulate, but work through the energies that were coming to me, if that makes any sense. Another thing that I feel like I need to say is this: we are not our emotions, and we have to stop giving these things called emotions so much fucking power. We're going to feel bad, we're going to feel sad, we're going to feel angry, we're going to feel grief, we're going to feel happy, we're going to be elated, we're going to feel in absolute bliss. Emotions come and go. Let them be visitors. Don't give them so much of your fucking power, because they're just visitors. That's all it is. It's just energy in motion that comes and goes. So stop, just don't let them control you, okay? So let's go ahead and where was I? See, this is what happens when you listen to my show. I get off on tangents and then I talk about so many different topics. So it's hard for me to like say, this is what we're going to learn in this podcast episode. So where was I? Yes, we were talking about clairsentience. We already talked about grounding and protection. Now we're going to talk about how, if you want, you can enhance your clairsentience. So number one is feel your emotions. Let them come, let them go. When you are feeling a certain emotion, it is good to close your eyes and just say, ooh, I'm feeling bitter. And just be with the bitterness. Be with the bitterness. Allow it to just soak into it. It's okay. It's going to leave in a couple minutes. But labeling these emotions when they come into your awareness, you're working with your subconscious mind to start labeling these things. So when you feel a certain way around a certain person, or you're doing a psychic reading or something along those lines, when you start feeling a certain way, you're going to know exactly what this feeling is. It's really coming into like an emotional intelligence kind of situation. The more you're able to label what you are experiencing, the easier it is going to be for you when it comes up in a psychic sense, but when it comes up in your life, honestly, to be completely honest. So when you are experiencing something, just close your eyes. You don't have to say it out loud unless you want to, and just say, ooh, I feel anger. I feel grief. I feel sadness. I feel discontent. I feel this. And let me tell you, this is a great exercise, and it's really, really good for fucking healers, because we're already very attuned to energy, whether you're like an energy healer or a psychic or a coach or a therapist or a nurse or something along those lines. So when you feel that certain way, it allows you to have a deeper connection with your clients. You could say, hey, are you okay? Are you feeling this way? Is everything okay with you? And you're creating a space for them to open up and for them to heal and for them to process their own emotions. So that's something that you can do. Another thing that you can do to help you develop your clairsentience is meditate. This was the one that really helped me the most, especially with my clairsentience. I am an avid meditator. I meditate 2 times a day, 20 minutes each time. I tell everybody that you have to do this on a daily basis to really see the results in your everyday life and in your mental health and just your overall well-being. But when I started meditating, this was the first clair that really started to enhance for me, where I started feeling the things. And it was weird, like I said, because I suppressed feelings for so long. And then, when my natural psychic sense is enhanced because of my meditation, I started feeling things. I'm like, what is this? I don't like this at all. So that's another thing that you can do to start enhancing that clairsentience. Another thing that you can do, and this is kind of a fun one, is watch movies, read books that trigger an emotion. Watching a movie that you love, but at the end you always end up crying, and just letting yourself be in that moment, letting yourself be in the present moment when the sad thing happens or the happy thing happens, and just allow the energy of that emotion to just be in your auric field. Okay, that's really how we need to view emotions. They come and they go. Don't let them dictate your life. Please don't let them dictate your life. So that's what I have to say about clairsentience. Be sure to come hang out with me on Instagram if I haven't already said that, but also check out my free grounding and protection meditation that I have in the show notes for you. It is always a pleasure to hang out with you guys in the internet world, and I will see you guys soon.